This is the Fried Man Mark Carter himself, back with the impression and review video for the iRulu Victory V3. That's a mouthful. I've already gone over the specs with you, so if you want to see what was on the back package again, just pause the video. Okay, I've had a chance to play with this phone for a little bit. I gotta say that I really like it a lot. Best phone I've ever had. The case, as you can see, very attractive case. The only thing is, I wish it were a case that looked more like this, you know, that would surround the phone, had a kick plate, you know, so you stand it up, that type of thing. Could actually give you a little bit of drop protection if you accidentally dropped it. This case here, while attractive, I don't think it would offer much in the lines of protecting it from an accidental drop. But it makes your phone look more like a checkbook than a phone, but I like it. In order to get the case on, you have to remove the back of your phone. You have to remove the back of the iRulu Victory V3, and then what it'll do is just snap into place. So the phone itself, the case acts as a smart case, and it turns your phone on whenever you turn it. You know, whenever you open it, it automatically turns your phone on, which is kind of cool. Get into the lock here, and so yeah, this is how I've got it set up so far. I've got my apps for socializing, you know, in one grouping. I've got some videos, but most of my video apps are on my tablet. That's how I watch TV. And for my phone, I'll primarily use this phone for phone calls and for editing video. And as you can see, I've got a few of those, and then I've got a tab for miscellaneous apps. Give you an idea as to how quick and responsive this phone is. You can see it, you know, very responsive, and so let's see. I'll play a video. Bring up my YouTube page. Okay. And go here. Most of my videos, I do some review videos, but for the most part, my son has his own web show, and I make music videos, and my son's show is called The Super Isaac Show.
Alright, this is the Fried Man himself, coming with a new unboxing video, and it is the...
And that was one of my unboxing videos of the Maven Pro 11, which is an excellent tablet. So, oh, here's a good one.
Now, that is a very sensitive subject.
I'm not sure that my camera on this I'm recording on will do the screen justice, but just a beautiful display, excellent viewing angles, no washout when you turn it. I just wanted to take this video from the iRulu Victory V3. This is from the front-facing camera with the 5 megapixel camera. So You know, not too shoddy of video quality. The video is a 5 megapixel camera, front-facing camera, which is an upgrade from my old phone, which only had 0.3 megapixels. So my rear camera on my old phone was a 5 megapixel. So this is just as good a camera front-facing as my rear camera was on my old phone. One thing I'd like to show you, you pull that down, you pull it down again, and that's your drop-down menu. And you can cast whatever you're watching on your phone, whatever is on your screen, you can cast your screen to a smart television, which is nice. Got a built-in flashlight, which is kind of cool. I go up here to this little nut, and I hit the nut and go into my settings. Some people were wondering about the storage. And with the storage, okay, it comes with 16 gigabytes of ROM, 2 gigabytes of internal storage. Okay, and I've got a little over 9 gigabytes still of the internal, but I've also got a 64 gigabyte card in there, and as many apps as I've got on the SD card, it's barely taken a hit. So that's pretty cool. You come down here to apps, and the way you get it to see, a lot of phones won't let you move them over to an SD card, and that's where Google kind of fucked up. But iRulu, their programmers have got it to where you can preferred install location. When you first get your phone, what you want to do is hit preferred install location. You hit that there, and then it says preferred install location, and of course you would want to hit your removable SD card. Okay, and what that does, when you go into an app from your menu, it'll give you the ability to move to an SD card. Now, some apps won't move to the SD card, but for the majority of the time, they will. These are all the apps I currently have stored on my SD card. So as you can see, it really is a plus and gives your SD card a newfound life and purpose for actually buying the damn thing. One perk I was unaware that this phone even had until I got to looking is that it has a built-in FM radio. That is so freaking cool. You hit it, but in order to use the radio, you got to plug in a headset, and I think that's probably why they included an earbud with the phone. So it's easy radio listening if you're jogging or want to catch a game that may not be televised. That is pretty freaking cool. Another cool thing about this phone that not all phones have, when you hit the square, okay, you can, you know how people swipe to close them out, you know, and sometimes you can have a ton of these apps, you know, in this screen, on this screen, and instead of having to swipe them individually one at a time, the iRulu has this nice button where you can just clear them all off at the same time. That is sweet. So my review of the iRulu Victory V3, I've got to say this is the nicest phone I have ever owned. For $200, you're not gonna beat it. It's got a lot of features that some of the $400, $500, $600 phones do not have, and it's money well worth it. I got fortunate enough to find mine on a website during a promotion. I was able to get mine for $150. Now, as far as the accessories, this is a new phone, so they don't have many accessories yet. And again, as I said earlier, I hope that they'll come out with a case that looks more like this for the iRulu. Let's see. Other than that, get with the program, iRulu. Come out with a case like this, okay? Come on, iRulu. Get on a stick. Get on the program. But other than that, I really love this phone. Well worth the money. And as far as my product review goes, it gets a fully erect thumb. This has been the Fried Man, Mark Carter himself. And I've been reviewing the iRulu Victory V3.